Hello there, this is my Nixie tube clock. Nixie tubes are antiques that were originally from Russia. They give off an eerie red glow, which shows up better when it's not on camera. Originally, I thought this clock would be a pretty straightforward project, but it ended up being pretty complex. So I'm just going to go over kind of what the design looked like for it and how I implemented it. So this is what a Nixie tube looks like from a design point of view. It has 10 pins and voltage in. When you ground one of the pins, a corresponding digit shows up on the tube. There are two major problems that I ran into when building the clock. One was, how do I turn 60 pins, 10 for each Nixie tube, into 32 pins, which is the maximum amount of pins I have for the pick. And I did that with a decoder. And how that works is there's an input of a binary number. In this case, it's 4 bits long. And then it outputs on the appropriate port. The other problem was how to get between 120 and 170 volts to turn on the Nixie tubes. And for that, I used a DC to DC converter that has an input of 12 volts and outputs 170 volts. On the clock here, this is a printed circuit board that I made, and in the back are the decoders, which are driven by the ports on the PIC board. And then here is the 12 volts input straight from an outlet. So that's just in a little overview on how I made the Nixie tube clock.